The sad story of Carol Ngumbu, a 21-year-old medical student who died as collateral damage with her sponsor. You see, since the beginning of time, love has always been a complex matter where most people chose to love who they want despite societal pressure. Some say age is nothing but a number like Aliyah, something that started from our founding father, 54-year-old Jomo Kenyatta, who married an 18-year-old Mama Ngina, to 67-year-old Wambui Otieno's marriage to 25-year-old Mbugua in 2005, and now Guardian Angel's marriage to his 50-plus wife. It's clear love knows no age. Okay. And it is such love that befell a young Carol Ngumbu, who was a medical intern at Naivasha Sub-County Hospital. As she went about her daily life routine in August 2016, she met Chris Mazando, who, despite being married, was swept off his feet by her dashing beauty, leading to a full-blown year-long relationship that was only broken by death, like the vows shared by couples during weddings despite them being unofficially married. The reason being, Chris was a marked man and Carol was just collateral. But how did they get here? Well, here's how. Carolyn Ngumbu was a normal campus chick pursuing medical at KMTC Karen campus. She was born on 2nd July 1996 as Marianne Wairimu Ngumbu, to the humble couple of David Ngumbu and Alice Nduruku, who live in Gachi, Kiambu County. And while she grew up, she got nicknamed Carol by her elder sister Jedida Wanjiku, a moniker that stuck with her more than her official name design. She even used it to open her Facebook account. Like most Kikuyu girls, she was brought up under strict Christian values, where mostly of her free time was spent at church, where she could find friends who'd not engage her in early vices. An upbringing that took care of her even as she cleared her primary in Kiambu and secondary school at Uchikeni Secondary, with her bosom buddies ready to face the adult life while pursuing her dreams. Being an average performer, her KCSE grade wasn't as impressive. But since every parent supports his kid despite anything, Mr. David Ngumbu took a loan to take her to enroll her for a medical course at KMTC Karen campus. Here, he set Carol for a bright future by guiding her into a course that's very marketable, and Carol didn't disappoint her parent. She ate chewed books seriously. And awake to the adage that goes, all work but play makes Jane a dull girl, she sure made some time for herself to enjoy a girls' out with her friends talking about girl stuff and crushes. She lived life. This perfect combination of life made her campus life a success, and before she could even know it, she had cleared her diploma studies and was now scheduled for attachment. An attachment that took her to Naivasha Sub-County Hospital in September 2016, where in the line of work she met a dashing Luo man. A man twice her age, but was just about what she wanted because her taste was not in campus boys. She had a grown woman's taste, which was impressed by Chris, who was a Management and Information Systems Specialist at National AIDS Control Council, NACC, a state corporation which is based at Naivasha that works with hospitals to control AIDS. He had worked there for 2 years. After working for both Swissport International Ltd at JKIA Nairobi and Virgin Atlantic as an IT specialist, jobs that qualified him for the IEBC job he had applied for and was waiting for the confirmation. The two quickly fell in love and started hanging out at various joints in Naivasha, being birds of a same feather. They became inseparable, and Carol even shared her little secret with big sister Jedida Wanjiku, who approved of them. Despite being in the full knowledge that Chris was a married man with 5 kids, he was married to Rosa Buyu, an equally beautiful woman. But her age seemed to be the reason why Chris preferred an extramarital affair, being a man of means. So when Chris Mazando finally landed a job as ICT director at IEBC on November 2016, it was like a good luck charm because he moved to Nairobi, where he could be closer to Carol, who had moved back to her parents' place in Gachi after attachment awaiting graduation in December 2017. Now, with Chris at the helm of a state job, it only meant money was not a problem. He worked hard to ensure Kenyans had confidence in the elections, being the one who managed all the technology aspects of the election. And after a day of increasing confidence in Kenyans, he'd resort to hello at Carol, who was around, and the two would share drinks together. In fact, what Carol wanted, she got it. If she wanted to go to Diani, Chris made it happen. According to Carol, Chris was just a sponsor, oblivious that Chris was a high-level player in the volatile elections that were soon to take place in 2017, being the only man with almost full access to the IEBC servers. Being incorruptible, he had a mark on his head. placed by the thieves of elections who were scared after Chris raised alarm that a tunnel had been created to infiltrate the system to transfer data illegally. So when the Carol was invited for drinks by Missando as usual, she went. Not knowing it was the last time she'd be seen alive, because no sooner had they left for a decent spot to enjoy the night than they were abducted. The killers only wanted Missando, but sadly met him with her, and since no witnesses are left, she was also brutally murdered as collateral.